Lock versus U-20 match is about to start, and goddamn, what the fuck is Ren's problem? And oh yeah, did I tell you that Barou is not starting in this match?
You wish that was you, huh?
The game starts with Team Blue Lock having the ball first, and then they had a whole plan with this to destroy U-20. They had this whole triangle formation with Ren leading this herd, with this pretty much being Blue Lock, all of their best strikers in front. Isagi passes the Bachira, and that's when he gets stopped. Or so we thought. Give me them ankles, thank you. Damn! He pivots at the ball in top speed. He's able to pass the defender. He gets past him, looking for anybody to pass it to. He's not too close to score, but he knew the only person who would link up to him with their synergy would be Isagi. He tries to pass it to him, and Isagi thought that this formation was gonna be able to do it for them, and that's when Captain Oliver jumps up and stops it and interferes. And to be honest, for the captain to be the only person to see all of this and still interfere it is crazy. And he has hops too. I mean, when you think about it, how old is Captain Oliver, right? I mean, Isagi and them, they're like, what, at most 16, 17? Captain Oliver looks like he's at least pushing 30. They have this little stare down, and then Isagi had to let one out. Maybe that's one of the reasons why Sai left, because these niggas stink. To be honest, I didn't know if they were trying to seduce each other or actually trying to play some ball. Why is he still in his pose? You know, the next ball is coming up, right? Triggery throws it into Ren. Latoya tries to cut to the right wing to get forward some more. God damn, this animation is buns. He's able to stop Latoya and keep up with his off-the-ball movement. Like, why does he keep on saying that he can smell it? Is the aura really stinking, nigga? Not being able to pass it to Ninja Boy, he's able to pass it to Isagi. He's able to pass it to Yukimiya. Ooh, give me those ankles, thank you. Yukimiya hit him with the... This dude's attributes are acceleration, so he's able to keep up with him, regardless of him passing him a little bit. He actually interferes with it. Nagi tries to capitalize on the second ball, and this is where we meet Japan's team third defender. I mean, I knew this animation was shit, but why make it look like my goat Nagi getting back shots? Nagi's not able to turn around from the ball and trap it like he usually does. And then he says, here comes his master. And then Oliver's actually able to stop Nagi and tells his defender, good boy. Like, is there a relationship that I need to know about? And honestly, this is probably the first time in the anime where anyone's actually able to stop Nagi this way. God, this image looks cursed. Where kicks in and passes it to this fodder. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not even gonna say his name. He was able to stop him to pass any further, and then the other dude said fuck that and passed it to fodder too, and he passed it into Sei. Just him having the ball got this nigga shook. Hentai protagonist Nico and Chiguri try to stop Sei, and we just gotta have like a horrible animation counter, to be honest. Passes it into their ace, and then Gagumaru is actually able to stop it. We already knew their ace was trash, nigga. Sei's already running to go for the ball first. He doesn't have that shot. He can't.
What kind of shot is that? Have you ever shot that shot? Do you work on that shot?
Everybody's saying, even Gagumaru doesn't even believe that this nigga is him. Shoots it clean over Gagumaru's head and scores. And then the whole crowd just felt the aura, especially Isagi. And then the crowd just goes absolutely crazy. You can tell that a lot of this is really getting to Isagi, like, badly. Ren tells him to snap out of it and lock the fuck in, with the score now being 1-0 with U-20 scoring. Sai's team tries to congratulate him and have a quick little celebration. Sai says, knock it off with that shit. It's only 1-0 and your ace is trash. I had to cover for him. To be honest, this ace has been getting nothing but L's since his introduction. Like, really, who even is this dude? The ball starts with Team Blue Lock starting. Isagi passes it to Ren. He gets stopped by fodder number 4. Ren passes it to Isagi. That's where he gets stopped. Passes it back to Ren. They're just passing back at each other. And God, what is this aura? Passes it to Bachira, which has Ren and Isagi running for the goal. Ren has the ball. Is this dude trying to replicate his brother's goal? Literally mimics it perfectly. Is this Rio? Barely misses. There's a second ball. Ball gets to Yukimiya. He knows this matchup isn't too good for him, so he passes the ball to Ninja Boy. He tries to score it. Their defender got a face shot blocking it. God, I know that shit hurt. These Japan defenders are freaking demons. The ball's in the air, which it looks like it's going to Nagi. He gets the ball, traps it, and taps it on his foot. And he said the coldest lines ever. And they were trying to not let this man shoot 2-on-1. I mean, Nagi is really just the Power Ranger of this team into a jumping turn. Nice to meet you, Japan. I am Nagi Teshiro. Pretty much shut everybody up in the world, making it 1-1. And honestly, without Ren's performance right here, Nagi probably wouldn't have even scored. The ball starts with Team U-20 having the ball, and that's where we get this legendary matchup between brothers. Ren pretty much saying, damn, you could have just said hello. They're going back and forth with each other, with U-20 wanting Sai Sai to pass the ball. But right now he's team ball hog, going back and forth, and Sai hits him with the and gets through, which pretty much has everybody shook, because if he has the ball, there's a 95% chance of him scoring, which gives opportunity to hentai protagonist Nika. God, he looks weird. Just cover your face.
Yo, put that bag back on.
It's pretty crazy when you think about it. He was able to see the ball and see how it was turning to know exactly what to do. With his abilities, he can pretty much just see where the most dangerous player is going to be and how to stop. Kicks it back up so their ace doesn't get a chance like he's ever had. Kurisu gets the ball, and all of U-20's defenders are right in front of him, so they pass it back to back with Kurisu and Natoya, and they were so focused on these two that they didn't see Chigiri on the right. If there was anyone who could rip through at this point in time, it would be Chigiri, and that's exactly what he did. Captain Oliver tried to stop him, but you're not stopping them. Crane tries to pass it to Kurisu, and that's when Sai interfered. It's a 1v1 between Rin and Captain Oliver since Rin got the ball, and he's trying to block off all of his options. But with a character like Rin, he always has options. The ace's fault in saying that he's just trying to give them chances, chance after chance, and he's just pretty much failing each and every time. Honestly, how does the ace not snuck Sai at least once? The ball starts with U-20 having the ball. All of these fodders keep passing the ball back and forth. I mean, let's be honest, when is fodder ever going to score? One of the fodders tries to score and Gagumari blocks it. Get that shit out of here. He gives the opportunity to score since he's close by and gets the ball. It's a 2-on-1 between Isagi and Bachiro. He taps the ball. What do you even call this move? The pterodactyl? Maybe the get down, Mr. President. Maybe it's the, oh, excuse me. Man, I had to rewind it 3 fucking times in disbelief of what I was watching. I totally forgot this was Blue Lock versus U-20.
The nigga swung his body to the side.
I mean, look at Isagi and Bachira's face. They're going against someone defying gravity to the ace so they can score, and that's when Rin interferes. Sai gets the ball again and tries to score, and that's when Ryu stops it. If it wasn't for him, he definitely would have scored right here. The more and more Blue Lock's winning and defending gives more opportunity for Shido to step in. And this is when Shido starts to come in to switch somebody out in U-20. And we gotta remember, this is number 2 in Blue Lock, who couldn't be fucking tamed. Shido shows up on the field, and he wants to honestly start back up from where they started, him and Rin. And if I was Rin, I'd definitely keep my distance. Rin's really never back down. Ball starts with Sei passing it to Shido, and we got Nico thinking where the ball's about to be. They're passing it back to back with each other. Shido zigzags through everybody, and I don't even think his team knew what he was doing. But the only person who was actually able to link up with him would be Sei. Shido perfectly catches it, and it's one-on-one with Shido and Chigiri. And honestly, I'm surprised Shido passed it to him. Like, whenever he has the ball, just know he's probably about to fumble. He passes it back to Shido to cut Chigiri off, passes back to Senda, and they're going straight through Blue Lock's defense right now. Passes it to Sei, and I swear, anytime Sei has the ball, everyone's just scared. Sei passes it to Shido, and Shido was about to blow that ball into the goal, and the only person who was able to actually catch up and see what was going on was Nico, and unfortunately, he penalized himself, and he also messed up his foot. And I'm not gonna lie, Nico was high-key talking some shit, and Shido was about to crash out, and Sei had to tell him to calm down. But the only way he was actually able to stop him would be fouling him. There was no other way, he said. Starts back up with the penalty. Shido acts as if he's trying to kick it, and then he runs as a feint, and the person who's actually about to kick it is Sai, and Chigiri's trying to match up to Sendo, and we thought he was trying to match up to Sendo, but he's actually trying to go to where the ball is going. Sai saw this coming, which made Chigiri just an inch off, almost. Yeah, Sai really is him. Sendo jumps up into the fucking air, nigga, and it was a goal 2-2. That shot was so dope, it turned Sendo into a freak, and Chigiri's legs started to actually give out on him too. They had to switch 2 people. Who would they be to catch up to Shido being on the field? Ego had to make a quick decision. They make the switch in with Ryo and Hiyori come in. Sei tries to pass it to Shido. The only person who knew what was going on would be Ryo. Penalty area is damn near where Shido shines. Sai passes the ball to Shido, and Ryo is right there just to block. And Ryo's actually talking that good shit, saying that he pretty much lost to an imposter. And you know Shido, he can't take nothing light. Tries to kick it, Ryo deflects it, and Gagumaru stops it and catches it. And I swear, this part right here, this animation is the best out of the whole episode right here. Shido's looking pretty bummed out right now, knowing that he's getting countered. Mario throws the ball forward, and Sai, as hops too, I guess, jumps up with it and kicks it right back into the Blue Lock penalty area perfectly. But Gagumaru saw it coming and is trying to headbutt it, and he succeeded, making the ball go right back over Shido's head. And right here, we thought it was just about to reset again. and then something in Shido just snapped. Like in this scene right here, Shido just damn near became Neo. And even Ego knew it, that the first person to unlock flow was Shido. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the little sperm cell shit is weird, but you know, we Blue Lock fans, we don't talk about that, right? We skip over. Jumps up to it and does a big bang drive. When an animation starts ripening up, you know that shot's going in. Yeah, stop the game right there. He pretty much just won. You can tell the animator's favorite character has to be Shido. People are saying that this is his debut and he's already world class. And then I don't know, when he just scores, he just gets even more zesty. He hops on the say and he's not having none of that shit. You know, Shido just had to say thank you in his own way. Shido pretty much saying if he scores 10 goals, let's just be roomies. Making the score now 3-2. U-20 winning and leading this exhibition match now. This pretty much made Isagi have to go back to the drawing board, even knowing that at this rate that they're gonna lose. And Ren looks like he's about to crash out and shoot the whole bitch up. I mean, how can you even stop this, right? Isagi goes back to Ego saying that he doesn't want things to end like this, and pretty much waiting for Ego to give them the plan on just what to do now and how they can win. And he's already saying that Blue Lock has won because of what they already produced for the first half. Pretty much saying everything that they've done right now won't go to waste. And Isagi's not hearing none of that shit. Not caring about the future or anything. He's caring about winning this game right now. Pretty much told Ego to lock in, bitch, and tell me what the fuck to do. This is like their last choice right now. So they switch in Barou. And I know I was talking my shit at the beginning of the episode. I mean, Barou has the best aura, let's be honest. He's just been farming that shit. Isagi tries to talk to him and Barou's saying the way he was playing was just so damn boring. And this is their last substitute. Whatever they do now, they really just gotta lock in. And pretty much what they're saying is fuck everything else. We're just gonna put all of our energy into striking and putting people up front. Isagi passes it to Ren. Isagi pretty much knows Barou's range and where he's good at. And Barou's job right here is to pretty much break their whole formation. No one can really tell him what the fuck to do, right? And this was Ego's plan, and he pretty much told him that if that was his plan, he was already gonna do it regardless. Isagi passes to Ren, and Ren goes backwards and passes it to Hiyori. And if you knew Hiyori, his best thing is pretty much passing. Tries to pass it to Isagi, and Barou just said, give me that shit. I mean, you already knew Barou was team ball hog. I mean, stealing the ball from your teammate is just so unheard of. And Barou has dribbles too. Top dribbles past him. I mean, would you want to be in front of this? Tries to interfere, trap dribbles again. And everyone's just pretty much saying he's just too hard to read. Tries to kick it into the goal, and he almost got it. Yukimiya gets the ball, and the one that counters him the most is right in front of him. And he had a whole plan right here. Broke his ankle, uses Nagi that's in front of him to get by some more. And they're saying that he pretty much has the street soccer dribbling. The defenders start trying to block his angle. He shoots it with the 2-on-1, and that thing is curling like crazy. Yeah, Oliver's crazy. He's insane. Probably the best defender in all of U-20. Damn near unlocked flow, in which he can tell where the most dangerous spot is gonna be. God, I mean, he's in flow to the point where he's even able to stop Ren. And as we know, Ren's damn near #1 in Blue Lock. Ren tries to pass by him, but you know, Aiku, he's not playing none of that shit. Yeah, Oliver's definitely the best defender in the whole anime. Is able to kick the ball out of Ren's reach, which the ball flies and the ball goes to Sei. And this is where U-20 has their whole comeback scene. It's a matchup between Bachira and fodder #2. And we got all these off the ball matchups against these fodders. And we got Ryo versus Shido. And as we know, Sai and Shido are pretty much their biggest threats on U-20. Shido breaks Ryo's ankles, passes right by him, and then Ryo had to make the decision of pretty much what to do in this moment. Shido's ahead of him, so he knows that. And he's pretty much trying to close off his shooting to only one side where Gagumaru can see where it's going. Gagumaru thought that it was gonna go to the bottom, and then Shido shot it up to the top. We thought Shido was about to score again, but Gagumaru fucking digs into his bag, blocks it with his foot. Gagumaru's telling him to kick it out because that's probably the safest possibility. Ryo says fuck that shit, dug in Nagi's bag and copied his first shot that he did against U-20. Okay, as a defender, that shit was dope. Did I forget to tell you that Ryo is not a defender? He's originally a striker. Passes it back to Nagi, and this is where Blue Lock has their chance because they just flipped it around. They try this counter attack. Nagi passes it to Isagi, and Isagi's thinking about a way to score, and then Barou tries to steal it from him, and then one of U-20's defenders tries to block Barou. Barou is able to pass by the defender, and you can tell Barou's pissed because he hasn't really been able to shine at all, and he's trying to just pretty much take the light from Isagi, and their defenders are ready. dead center, 3 of them. And Isagi's thinking about if he should do a direct shoot. And then Isagi's thinking about all these possible sequences with him scoring or passing the ball. And he doesn't really see any possibilities until Kurusu pops in. Kurusu passes it back to Isagi, passes it to Nagi, and you know he's trapping that shit. Passes it back to Isagi in the most swaggiest way possible. He's right next to the goal. And even Oliver didn't see this coming, so he can't catch up. And it's seeming that Isagi is about to score, and that's when Sei pops in. And then Sei is realizing that the light of Blue Lock is really Isagi, and that he pretty much underestimated him. But that's where it's really seeing like Isagi's plans are really falling apart, because he knows that Sei is gonna pretty much clamp that shit up. It seems like everything's falling apart. Isagi felt like giving up, but he said no, he had to keep on trying to the very end, even if that was him losing to Sei. Isagi said fuck it, he was gonna try to score, and then that's when Sei bumped him a little just to unbalance him, to make it impossible for him to actually shoot his specialty weapon. And that's when Ren was right by him, waiting for him to pass. Isagi barely passes it to Ren, and Oliver's right behind him, and they're pretty much neck and neck. And we don't really know who's about to get the ball at this moment. And that's when Barou did the unthinkable. Barou ripped right through 2 defenders. And do you see how angry he is? If you don't just let him score, Barou scores in the most Barou way possible. And Blue Lock really needed this, try to turn it around. They tried to celebrate, and you know Barou still hates Nagi. Get the fuck off me, bitch. Then Barou got flagged for jersey up. Oh no, why he's sticking his tongue out like that? That kind of reminds me of a... I guess Ren's starting to take notes from Barou and steals the ball, and that's something completely out of Ren's characters. Ren's ball hogging. I think he took notes from Barou. It's Ren against Niru, and he's to use all of their best strengths against them. And then it's Ren against the monk. He passes the ball back to Isagi and trying to face him on an off the ball one-on-one, holds him off so he can't use his strength against him. And now that's 2 down, and then he's going against the musclehead. He literally kicks the ball towards him, and he said fuck it, he was just gonna go for a foul. Yeah, I think he's in a league of his own right now. It's Ren versus Oliver right now. Ren's completely lost, and he's just crashing out on everybody. And Oliver's trying to see if he can actually do it one-on-one. And he's pretty much just took out his scouter, just checked this nigga's power level right now. And he's pretty much realizing that there's no way he can beat him. Pretty much saying his power level is over 9,000. Shido comes in to help out, which makes probability of 50% of him actually getting the ball off of Ren. And he pretty much had to make this gamble. So it's a 2-on-1 with Shido and Ren with Oliver. And he's trying to block off his shooting angle, and Ren's actually trying to go for it, his little specialty kick, and then barely misses the goal. And after that, Sei's still not even impressed. He said he's still half-baked. It's 3-3 with 1 more score to pretty much end the game. Shido starts running for the goal, and right now this could be their last play for their entire lives, playing for Japan. Barou tries to go Sei against Barou, and then Sei goes right past him, and then Nagi tries to interfere to help out, and then Sei's just pretty much soloing them all, and everyone's starting to freak out. It's Ren versus Sei right now. This could possibly be the final matchup. They're going back and forth with no one interfering. I mean, at this point, they're kind of on their own level of their own. Anyone interfering could probably mess up the final matchup. Ren actually gets the ball off his side for the first time probably in his whole life, and we had to think, where was Isagi this whole time? Oliver tries to headbutt the ball, and the one thing that Isagi was planning on was Ren actually winning and being in the right position.